Daily Bible reading, Daniel chapter 4, verses 15 through 34. I, King Nebuchadnezzar, had this dream. Now you, Belshazzar, tell me its meaning, since all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make its meaning known to me, but you are able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in you. Then Daniel, called Belshazzar, was perplexed for a while, and alarmed by his thoughts. The king addressed him. Let the dream and its meaning not alarm you, Belshazzar replied. My lord, would that the dream were for your enemy, and its meaning for your foe. The tree that you saw grow and become mighty, whose top reached heaven, which was visible throughout the earth, whose foliage was beautiful, whose fruit was so abundant that there was food for all in it, beneath which the beasts of the field dwelt, and in whose branches the birds of the sky lodged. It is you, O king, you who have grown and become mighty, whose greatness has grown to reach heaven, and whose dominion is to the end of the earth. The holy watcher, whom the king saw descend from heaven and say, hew down the tree and destroy it, but leave the stump with its roots in the ground, in fetters of iron and bronze, in the grass of the field. Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven, and share the lots of the beasts of the field, until 7 seasons pass over him. This is the meaning, O king. It is the decree of the Most High, which has overtaken my lord the king. You will be driven away from men and have your habitation with the beasts of the field. You will be fed grass like cattle and be drenched with the dew of heaven. 7 seasons will pass over you until you come to know that the Most High is sovereign over the realm of man, and he gives it to whom he wishes. And the meaning of the command is to leave the stump of the tree with its roots is that the kingdom will remain yours from the time you come to know that heaven is sovereign. Therefore, O king, may my advice be acceptable to you. Redeem your sins by beneficence and your iniquities by generosity to the poor. Then your serenity may be extended. All this befell King Nebuchadnezzar. 12 months later, as he was walking on the roof of the royal palace of Babylon, the king exclaimed, There is great Babylon, which I have built by my vast power, to be a royal residence for the glory of my majesty. The words were still on the king's lips, when a voice fell from heaven. It has been decreed for you, O King Nebuchadnezzar. The kingdom has passed out of your hands. You are being driven away from men, and your habitation is to be with the beasts of the field. You are to be fed grass like cattle, and 7 seasons will pass over you, until you come to know that the Most High is sovereign over the realm of man, and he gives it to whom he wishes. There and then the sentence was carried out upon Nebuchadnezzar. He was driven away from men. He ate grass like cattle, and his body was drenched with the dew of heaven, until his hair grew like eagle's feathers, and his nails like the talons of birds. When the time had passed, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted my eyes to heaven, and my reason was restored to me. I blessed the Most High and praised and glorified the ever-living One, whose dominion is an everlasting domain, and whose kingdom endures throughout the generations. All the inhabitants of the earth are of no account. He does as he wishes with the host of heaven, and with the inhabitants of the earth. There is none to stay his hand, or say to him, What have you done? There and then my reason was restored to me, and my majesty and splendor were restored to me for the glory of my kingdom. My companions and nobles sought me out, and I was re-established over my kingdom, and added greatness was given to me. So now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise, exalt, and glorify the King of heaven, all of whose works are just, and whose ways are right, and who is able to humble those who behave arrogantly.